Spam. Spam has a longer shelf life than a 50-year-old worker. Now, the statement may sound rather shocking, especially if you're familiar with this can of preserved meat. But for many workers over the age of 50, this assertion resonates deeply. Today, on this Independence Day, I'm going to dive into the harsh reality behind this statement, and I'm going to tell you what it means for older workers. That's all up next, right here on Over 50 TV. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Today, on this Independence Day, I'm addressing the harsh reality that Spam, a brand of canned meat known for its years-long shelf life, often has a longer shelf life than a 50-year-old worker. But I'm not here to dwell on the misperceptions of older workers. Instead, I want to discuss how you can and will succeed in a world where ageism is a reality for many of us. But before we dive into this topic, I'm going to ask you to consider subscribing to Over 50 TV. I'm going to ask you to give me a thumbs up if you find value in this video and if you also want to support this channel. Now, speaking of support, I want to thank CareerFitter for sponsoring this video. CareerFitter offers one of the finest career aptitude tests available. If you're looking for a job that better fits your skills, your personality, and your interests, then check them out. There's a link to the CareerFitter career aptitude test in the description box of this video. So now let's dive into this topic that Spam has a longer shelf life than a 50-year-old worker. 56% of workers in their 50s are pushed out of their jobs, and they're pushed out before they're ready to retire. They're pushed out simply because of their age. Now, age discrimination in the workplace, it's a pervasive issue that forces experienced, dedicated employees like you and like me out of our careers prematurely. And what happens next, it's even more concerning. Do you know that only 1 in 10 of these displaced workers ever earned as much as they did prior to being pushed out of that job? This means that once older workers are forced out, they often struggle to regain their previous financial stability and financial standing. So why does this happen? Well, in many cases, companies believe that younger employees bring more energy, are more adaptable to new technologies, or simply cost less. However, this mindset, it overlooks the immense value that older workers bring to the table. Our experience, our reliability, and our deep industry knowledge. Older workers, people like you and me, we're not obsolete. We have a wealth of experience and skills that are invaluable to any organization. Yet we're often overlooked or undervalued like a product that's past its best before date. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept this fate. Taking charge of your career is more important now than ever, whether you are still employed or maybe you're seeking a new opportunity. You know, there are several steps that you can take to ensure that your career thrives well into your later years. First, I'm going to ask you to commit to continued learning. You know, the job market, it's always evolving, and that job market, it's important for you to stay current with new technologies and industry trends. Stay current because it's crucial. Take advantage of online courses or workshops or certifications. You know, sharpening your existing skills or developing new ones, it'll make you more competitive and versatile. Also, consider starting a side hustle or maybe even a full-time business. You know, many older workers are successfully turning their passions or their hobbies into profitable ventures. Entrepreneurship, yeah, it can be incredibly rewarding, and it allows you to leverage your experience and your expertise in new and exciting ways. I know this because I've been a successful entrepreneur for almost my entire adult life, and I'm no smarter than you, my friend. Or maybe I've just been willing to take more risks. But either way, my wife will certainly attest to my willingness to take risks and my willingness to push ahead, which is what I'm asking you to do. Remember this, your career, it's not defined by your age. It's defined by your skills, your passion, and your willingness to adapt and to grow. By taking proactive steps, you can ensure that your professional life remains fulfilling and remains financially rewarding regardless of your age. Also, I'm going to ask you to join us at the Power of 50 Career Summit, where we'll be celebrating the strength, the skills, and the potential of workers over 50. This is going to be a live streamed and an in-person event. It's going to take place on Saturday, September 28th. I'm going to ask you to watch this channel. In the next few months, you'll see a lot of details, get a lot of information on how you can participate in this event. I know this. I know that together we can change this ugly narrative and prove that experience, our experience, your experience, it's an asset, not a liability. Empower your future today. Now, as we celebrate today, this Independence Day, let's remember that independence isn't just about a nation. It's also about each of us taking control of our own destinies. Use this day as a jumping off point to declare your own independence. Embrace continued learning. Sharpen your skills and develop new ones. Whether you start a side hustle or a full-time business, remember, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Happy Independence Day, my friends. Let's create a future where every worker, regardless of our age, is valued and empowered. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, any comments, I'd like to hear them. Don't forget, consider subscribing to this channel. If you want to get updates on our event, you'll be able to get them when you do subscribe, and also when you give us a thumbs up, or maybe you go ahead and hit that little bell. Well, again, as I always say, have a great day, everybody.